Italiano! Italian word of the day for today, Friday, 18 July 2025, is popcorn, which translates to English as popcorn. Yes, it's the same spelling in each language. And this is sometimes words come into existence literally in relation to an experience, such as going to the theater. And popcorn is corn kernels that are taken and heated up, and as they heat up, they go poof, and like they puff up, and they come kind of burst their shell, and it becomes popped corn, fluffy corn. And so the word is popcorn. And I've gone to the movie theater 4 times this month before today, and I was like, what's a good, it's one that I has been part of my theater going experience, if none other than seeing it on a menu or seeing somebody sitting next to me with this big bowl of popcorn. And I'd say it's one that I have not, if I go to like a big chain theater, movie theater, it's one of those, it's, I have a different like appetite and taste palette than a lot of people, and like a way of like, I don't necessarily like sweet foods. I'm not the biggest fan of like poultry in general. But like I do like it, but like I kind of like red meats, and I like lamb, and I like pork, but I don't necessarily like chicken. Isn't top of my pyramid or picks kind of thing. I don't like cinnamon. I'm not actually, I will actually choose like artificial sweetener over sugar. Like, so there's stuff like that. Okay. And popcorn is one that I would put into a deviant cravings center in my system and appetite, because popcorn is one I haven't actually, when going to the movie theater, ever like been one to like eat a whole bag of popcorn. I've like, it's not a food I crave, and it's not one where like I would just eat the whole thing out of boredom either. So it's like kind of, but it's not that I don't enjoy it. I do enjoy movie theater popcorn. It's just it's like, it would be like I'd go with my family growing up, and it'd be like, one of my parents would have a bag, and they're like, do you want a few pieces? And I'd take like literally 1 or 2 pieces, and they'd be like, you can have more than that. And I'm like, I'm okay. So like, because I have my own candy or whatever. But like, it's just, like, going to the theaters was one where I learned that I actually preferred candy to popcorn. I had it. And so I was like, okay, of recent, what's a popcorn alternative? How about cheese curds? So on Friday, 4 July 2025, I went and saw F1, the movie about Formula 1 race car driving, and at a Regal Cinnabar, specifically Regal Cinnabar Mountain Lake. And which was the movie I first saw 2 times at a Cinnabar movie theater, Regal Cinnabar or otherwise. And it marked my first time having cheese curds and my first time having fried cheese curds. And I was like, see, that's something I didn't necessarily envision when I was a child. I was going to a theater, see, I didn't know what cheese curds were. So like there was the zero envisioning space for like that particular showing playing out how it did, and much less than on the Tuesday, 15 July 2025, I was going to order a salad or a pizza or something, and they were like fried food and popcorn, and I was like, well, and then there's the candy boxes, but like I was talking about the cheese curds again, and I was like, see, cheese curds as an alternative to popcorn. I've lived that, whether or not I think that's like a permanent solution. Oh, yeah. So there we go. And then, because of how the cheese curds make me feel, my Oliver Behrman has taken to calling me the TFO, the frisky one, or so calling me TFO, the frisky one, because of how wet I get watching him. No, it's with that one. Well, it's hamster wet. You know, like it's like a hamster is dry, and then they get wet and their hair is standing up, and it's like that long, but you know, they're pretty small. So then when they get wet, it flattens down, and so essentially, like, if they get wet or damp, it's like they're naked, because you could actually see their actual like size. So it's like eating the cheese curds is like very stripping of like, oh, I love my man. So there we go. In English is popcorn. In Italiano as popcorn. And I am Tanis, she, her, hers of Seattle.